Earlier today, this was something I wanted to bring. There's two things I wanted to bring up about earlier today. Um, while I was alone at work, I was in
Mhm.
my I was in the back, which is a big like shop area, and I was alone. There was no one there with me, and I'm like in the one part of the shop, and the other part is walled off that you can't see unless you walk around the wall.
Yeah.
And all of that is pitch black. I haven't gone over there yet today. And I'm sitting in the chair, I'm doing something with some papers. And I just hear it sounded like someone was walking back there, but I was like, there's no way someone would be back there. It's probably something with the pipes, it's probably something with the generator. There's a bunch of shit that makes a shit ton of noise over there. So I didn't think about it, and I'm sitting there, I'm still doing all this shit. And then just something randomly just falls over there, and I'm like, what the
Hmm.
fuck? Because it doesn't make any sense. There's nothing back there that should fall over. Everything's like sitting on a flat surface, and then all the doors are closed. There's no gust of wind. It's like that doesn't make any sense. So I'm like sitting there and I'm thinking about it, and I'm looking over at like the entryway. Another thing falls right over. I'm like, fuck. And I still hear like rustling. Someone's over there. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I get up, I walk around the corner with a flashlight, I look through the room. There's nothing on the ground, and there's nobody over there. I go over to where our elevator stuff is. There's no one back there either, and nothing's on the floor.
Is there a room directly above?
There is, but I heard like how it echoed off the walls, the sound of the stuff falling.
Hmm.
If it would have fell upstairs, I would have heard it above me,
But you heard it like at floor
next to
level.
me. I heard it like in the other room, bouncing off the walls and all the other stuff that's over there. I don't know what the fuck was going on in the shop. It was just really weird that that happened, and it was even weirder that I couldn't find what fell. It's I can't even explain what could have fallen because how weird the noise was when it fell.
If
And
you
also,
are ever unsure of what to do, reread the experiment and consult the manual. It will guide you through the
I
operation.
thought something fell in the game. I was like, all right, that's just creepy timing, but okay. It's just how weird the timing was with how it sounded like someone was walking around, but I was like, there's just so much shit back there. I was like, there's no way there's someone in here with me. There's just no way. There's nobody that has a key other than me and like a very few other people, but no one in the building has one. And then with something just falling over, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And as I'm like sitting there and I'm staring at the doorway processing it,
open
another thing falls over.
the open doorway,
Yeah.
and it's just a black room.
It's just a black room. The lights weren't on yet because I didn't go over there. I didn't have a reason to go over there yet. I was doing shit. I was just, what the fuck is going on? I didn't hear it again when I turned on the lights and I went back to the desk and I was writing out the rest of the shit. I didn't hear any rustling. I didn't hear anything at all. When I got back up to go back over there, like when I was done with all my stuff at the desk, I heard keys jingling in the other room. So I walked over. There's no one there. What is going on? There's nowhere for anybody to hide in the shop. Everything's pretty clear to see. So it's like there's no one that's hiding and fucking with me. It's like I can see everything when you're standing up.
Yeah, and you also said there was nothing on the floor too when you were looking around.
Right. So it's like it doesn't make any fucking sense. I asked my coworker, I'm like, who just like came in. I'm like, do you like hear weird shit when you're back here alone? It's like, besides like little things, not really. It's like and I explained to her all that, and she's like, I don't think I've ever heard that. Mind you, this building has had a lot of people die in it over the years. Lucas, I know here, doesn't really believe in spirits or ghosts, I mean. But one day, this was right after someone just passed away in the building, and I have to like pick up trash out of the office space like on certain days. It was just one of those days I was doing that. I walked up to one of the offices in the far corner, and behind me is the conference room, and I could see at the corner of my eye there was...
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
And in the corner of my eye, I saw a large, tall man standing there. I didn't react to it because I was like, if I react and it really is somebody, they're gonna charge at me. So I unlocked the office door and I go inside, and that's when I turned around to look, because then I could close the door and I can get out the window. But when I turn around, there's no one there. That floor that floor that someone would be standing on, it creaks when you're walking on it. You can hear it. So I never heard anyone walking off of it. That same day after that happened, I went back in the shop and the door closed behind me. This was before I started like propping it open. And it sounded like, I swear to God, it sounded like someone scratched like their nails along the top to the bottom of the door. Now, I don't know if that was somebody in the building. It could have been they're just being a stupid jackass and fucking with me.
Yeah, because like everybody there's crazy.
Yeah.
But
So
also,
part,
since they're fucking crazy, they're not gonna set up like little small microphones and like record something dropping and then replay it just to fuck with you.
I didn't see a recorder, but we did. I'm not gonna shove my head underneath.
No, but they're too crazy to do something like that.
That too, yeah. As for that door, I can't say whether or not what the fuck that was. Could have been a tenant just fucking with me. I didn't go up to the door because I was like, I was like, I don't want to fucking know. You know, I really don't want to fucking know. That tall person, I don't know what the fuck that was. Still one of the weirdest things I've seen. I really thought it was someone standing there. I was like, okay, so the best way to do this is not to freak out. Is to get in this office and shut the fucking door.
I mean,
and then bust out the window. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm done telling stories. Didn't mean to take that long.
I'll put it in as at the end. Man. I'll still keep it in.
Oh, if we're gonna do that, then I have one more thing that's creepy. It has nothing to do with ghost stories. It has everything to do with the weird video that popped up on my phone while I was at work.
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
It is nice that they do that, though, a little bit right there. While I was at work, a video was on my phone. I, like, scroll through videos as I'm doing stuff at the desk. And this one video popped up of this lady that just looked... like, everything about her face looked wrong.
Like she was the uncanny valley?
Like, she looked like everything that wasn't, like... it was a face, but it wasn't... like...
yeah, like her face was on, like, not the exact right skull. Like, the height, dimensions of the skull were just off. And her face didn't exactly match onto that.
Right. And it was, like, hiding in a closet, and she wasn't blinking. Like I could tell this was. It's just supposed to be like a little video. You're supposed to be like, oh shit, that's scary. So I knew it wasn't real, but it was like, that is really creepy because hiding in a closet saying, don't turn on the light. And how she was talking to the dude was like creepy too. It was like, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not even real. I made of plastic. And then she like chomped her teeth and you could hear like the hollow sound of plastic like hitting each other. Oh, that's weird. It's like, I don't even have a voice box. I borrowed this one. Then he asks her, he was like, are you going to kill me? She's like, no, silly. I'm not going to kill you yet. That's what I would have said. You know, plastic melts. Just saying. Or fucking barbecue.
I'm
fluid.
not going to turn on the lights, but you're going to see the muzzle flash.
I thought about that, shooting her straight in the face with a shotgun. I was like,
oh, but then it's just like a hole ripping you apart.
Of course, they ain't gonna kill it if it's just living plastic, but you douse it.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a body with a fucking hole for a neck.
But you douse that
or just
son
like
of a bitch
half a face
and lighter fluid instead of a blaze. They're gonna be really pissed.
No, just melt it in acetone.
It means you have to find acetone. I know where barbecue lighter is all the time. I don't know where the fuck my acetone and shit is.
Yeah, it's gonna take so long. Melt their fingers.
So I would just.
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
Just spray her down with lighter fluid, and then when she's trying to chomp on you, you shove the whole bottle of lighter fluid in her mouth.
You gotta find lighter fluid.
I know where lighter fluid is. I always know where my lighter fluid is. Spray her down, shove that bottle in her mouth while she's trying to chomp you, light that bitch on fire. That thing's gonna explode in her face.
So I'm not sure how long this one is. It's already been another 15 minutes.
I wanted to tell a little story.
I can still save this. This is totally fine.
Oh, yeah. Another little intermission, but it's not as long.
Yeah, kind of.
Intermission ghost stories. We should do that.
No, Let's Read kind of has all that shit done.
I don't give a fuck about what they do. I like doing stories. Like weird and creepy encounters.
That also means we gotta scrounge Reddit. I don't want to be on Reddit.
I could download like Fallout, set my character in front of a campfire. And we just record for a little while. Talking about creepy things we've seen.
You do have that, like, don't you got a mobile fire pit or something?
What do you mean? At my house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do like a silhouette recording.
Could. It would be cool to take up this recording equipment, or like get that mic that you were showing me, but I saw another piece of equipment for recording. Take that up to that place that took you and Gort. Like saying in our recordings, Gort. And us sit around that fire in the middle of the night. No lights on.
And just read stories or you print it out.
Yeah, or like tell like encounters. It is very, very creepy when there is no lights on. All that is illuminating the area is fire. It feels like there's something in the woods.
Yeah, because definitely just record like woods noises. Because even then, that's something that you just kind of want anyway.
Yeah, you just set up the camera in the woods, let it record overnight. Although it'll be pitch black. There's no light out that way. Which
Mr. Asian,
No
Please
light
refer
out
to
that
the
way.
manual if you're having
Poof.
any difficulty
Yeah.
calibrating the equipment.
Yeah, you remember when we drove up there in the middle of the night? Yeah, I couldn't see a fucking thing around us. So,
Yeah, no, I was up north for so long. I did not see like really any big animals whatsoever. Go there. On the drive there, see like a fucking deer run across. I'm like, son of a bitch. Where the fuck were you?
yeah,
I didn't have the gun for you, but you know, at least it would have been something nice to see.
yeah, Garrett's scaring the shit out of me. Garrett, I'm like, what? Slamming on my fucking brakes just to see that it was just sitting on the side of the road. It's my fucking mother was spamming my phone, and I was looking down for 1 second because I was like, please stop. And that's when Garrett yelled. So I was like, oh shit, slammed on my brakes. You son of a fucking Taco Bell so late at night.
Yeah, I know, and all that shit was fucking closed.
And then we had to sit there and wait in a parking lot for so long.
No, and not even a parking lot, a whole like line of cars.
That wasn't moving too. It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was such a bad night. And then I had an asthma issue while we were there, and we didn't even go to the class. But
I'm fine
somehow,
with that.
I still passed the class without showing up, which is fucking hilarious to me.
I didn't, but whatever.
Well,
We all
that's-
went to the thing anyway, so
Yeah, we
to a
went
different
to-
one.
I'm gonna look up something while you're playing.
I'm playing shit right now.
Well, I know. Okay, all right. I'm looking at where you commonly find, bears, and
Place.
currently specifically the brown bear in our home area, out by where you and Garrett were. Because if we're gonna do that, I'm gonna have my rifle with me. Just because it'll be so pitch black, I doubt,
I mean, like going anywhere, you should probably just bring a gun anyway.
we all had guns while we were up there.
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
The chances of seeing a bear is relatively moderate. But it's a black bear. Which, it's still a bear, but it is definitely a lot smaller than a fucking brown bear. Which I have seen a picture of us up to size of what the height of a brown bear is. And yeah, it's
It'd be
definitely
so
something I
cool.
want to fuck with.
It'd be so cool if like woods people figured out how to domesticate bears. Because some of them are friendly.
Oh yeah.
And,
Yeah, like that
fucking
time I went to
Pop-Tarts.
Tennessee, and then everyone saw all those black bears and was like, "Look at them!" I'm like, "What is wrong with you? They're still wild animals."
Oh yeah, they're definitely still wild. But yeah, you get like a bunch of like orphaned cubs, and just raise them on like Pop-Tarts and salted meats. Oh yeah.
Well, first, you have to make them orphans.
Yup. But it also means you got a nice coat. Just wearing his fucking mom while raising him. Oh, that's brutal.
That's so metal. This is so fucking metal.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. You have them in a little bed and you put a blanket over top of them, but in reality, it's the fur.
It's his mom's
dead.
skin.
Here you
It'll
go,
be real
sleep
warm
well,
though.
young ones. Oh my god, that is so fucking metal.
Yeah, I seen a meme. It was just like this, like a Star Wars toy. It was just called the Younglings, and it's just a bunch of body parts. And top comment was "No assembly required."
That's good.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yes.
just like raise a bunch of bears, regardless of their color, and just domesticate them. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. I know wolves became kind of domesticated to humans at first.
Oh yeah, because they were interested in food.
Yes,
You pretty much domesticate everything by food.
pretty much.
Even some
Just like
guys.
crows follow wolves because of food.
Well, crows are really intelligent. You can trade with
Crows
them.
are extremely intelligent.
They don't necessarily need food.
Please refer to the manual if you're having
You
any
start
difficulty calibrating the equipment.
actually feeding a crow, they'll actually stay around.
Oh yeah, but you can also trade with shiny things.
Oh yeah, they're really cool
Yeah,
birds.
give them a bunch of like ball bearings or something. You can drop them on cars.
You could give these birds like food, and they'll start like actually hanging around you, and they're really nice birds. And I heard a story of this lady who and her daughter who like were feeding these crows and was like kind of in a way like taking care of them, but in reality they just had a bird bath out, food, and all that. And these crows would actually follow her car for a little bit down the street whenever they left. And actually, her daughter left like her like hairpin at like a park.
Yeah.
And the next day, the hairpin was by their porch. The crow dropped it there.
Yeah, crows will hold a grudge generationally too.
Hmm?
You cross a fucking crow, its grand younglings will poke out your fucking eyes.
Make sure it's your eyes too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they'll hate you generationally. Somehow, they just know. But that also means you befriend like a whole family of crows. You can become like edgelord, but like with power.
I will sick my crows onto you, you son of a bitch. Crows are great.
Yeah, it's weird the actor got shot.
Oh, I forgot about that. Didn't his kid get shot too?
Yeah, Bruce Lee's kid.
Yep.
Damn. Isn't it? Wait,
Yeah.
there's gonna be a Crow 2. No, there already is a Crow 2. There's gonna be a Crow remake or whatever.
Yep. And they're gonna die too.
That'd be tragically funny.
It happens. There's very few movies, but there's few movies that say they're cursed, like the crucifixion of
Yeah, I was
Jesus.
just thinking of that.
Yep, how that actor has not gotten a single role ever since that happened.
No, yeah, he was like dying. Like people around him were fucking dying.
That too.
Yeah,
horrible.
Poltergeist, of course, was.
I don't remember that one. What's that one?
Poltergeist, yeah, like the original old ass movie.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what like you mean with.
I can't. Can I alt tab? Yeah, I can alt tab, but
Station.
because of the audio.
Please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating.
So what happened with them?
Well, I was going to look up the events, but several of the cast died after the movie, and I think one or two did during the movie too.
Some things are just best left not fucked with.
Yeah, like some premonitional shit.
Yeah, demon shit, and there was I don't remember what movie it was, but there was a movie that was based on a demon, and out in the middle of fucking nowhere with like very few houses, and in the tree there was just a one singular crow watching them.
Mm.
And when one person noticed and recorded it, the fucking bird flew off. I don't know anything else that happened for that movie. I just remember that, and it was very.
Oh, okay.
It's just very weird.
All right.
That's why I'm saying that encounter was just weird. It wasn't like anything special happened. The Terminator series. Anyone that plays John Carter has a horrible time afterwards.
I don't think that was ever talked about. If there was anything, I've never heard of it.
Either they went into a horrible slump, or they couldn't get another acting role, or bad shit just went wrong on them. Even the child actor who played John Carter had like a horrible thing after the movie. I know the Conjuring movie, after the movie was filmed, the people involved like in the incidents, like their children, went back to the house, but one of them didn't. They refused to go in. I don't know which one it was though. But they were like in a whole nother country, and they said when their children walked in the house that the girl in another country actually collapsed.
Oh wow!
I think she passed out. It was freaky when I read that. I don't know how much of it was true. I don't know how perfect timing that actually was. I just read the story, and you can only trust it so much, and what a fucking media outlet can tell you.
Please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
I suck at calibrating equipment.
Or just from what like a personal account means.
Yeah. And just don't fuck with spirits. Fuck that up. All that noise.
Yeah,
I know that
there's forces you shouldn't mess with.
some things are best left forgotten. You don't fuck with it, you don't mess with it. Ed and Lorraine, I heard Lorraine was a lovely woman. I heard Ed was kind of a douche. I shouldn't say that. Kind of a mean guy. Very stern. They never asked for money. They just showed up, though, is what I was told, or what I was told. Yeah, they just kind of showed up at places. They were never invited to a lot of them. They just kind of came up. Hey, we're gonna be here, kind of thing.
Make me start to think of like Courage.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah, I want more of it, but I don't want like a modern woke ass version of that shit. But it also, the old show did end.
Oh yeah.
Like, in a fitting way, I guess. Right?
Return the slab. I'll never forget that noise.
Yeah, there's nothing like early 3D animation.
It was so good in its own way.
Yeah, because it clashed so hard with the beautiful 2D art.
That's what made it more weird and eerie, was the fact that it wasn't matching with the rest of the show.
Yeah, because it would literally pop out. But yeah, I think, okay, so from what I remember of, I think the last episode of Courage was
Spoilers ahead, even though you could have seen Courage when you were growing up.
well, I mean, I wanted to continue, but because it ended like this, it should just stay ended. But okay, so it's through like dream or memory sequences. I don't know what's happening to the current day Courage in that episode, but from what I remember, it's like loosely painted, like vignette.
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
Shit the phone.
That's it's like a white vignette around the whole like box, the whole 4x3, and the regular like show art is kind of like brushed into the middle of that, and it's Courage as a pretty much newborn pup, but you know he's wearing like a diaper with a giant ass pin in it. with just like one big ass tooth, and
Mhm.
he's being taken away from his mom and his dad, and it's evil Doctor Man, right? And he's like trying to chase after him, I think, but they get locked into a pod with one of those like portholes in it, and
Mhm.
he just keeps getting like pushed around, and he eventually gets like I think thrown into a chute, and his parents get fucking shot off into space where they are never seen again, and Courage is just left there in actual trash by a dumpster, just crying. And then Nero finds him.
I actually kind of remember that scene as you telling it.
Yeah, just like in that vague memory sequence, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the show ended like that, and I think it probably should just stay ended. But man, do I want more of that old show? Because there's not many things like that. I mean, sure, there's like Tom and Jerry, which also I want a whole collection of, but only of certain years. In some of the weird like one-off art styles. That in like old Looney Tunes, but there's nothing like really this where it's like, yeah, let's actually try to scar some kids for fun.
It was really great, and I still think it was a good cartoon for.
I mean, there's also
The ages.
Zim, which I haven't really seen much of, but I am
have
really
never finished
interested in
Zim.
him. Yeah, but it takes a much more of a energetic tone to it, much more just chaotic sense, instead of coming from like a timid perspective of it.
Right.
Then actually playing around with like moral dilemmas.
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
Trying to think of other things.
I actually got that whole. That's like the one box set. Well, no, I guess I have that one, but for Last Airbender. But I want to get like that steel book collection of it because
that is cool, too.
the DVD has like a weird buzz with the black outlines. You don't really notice it most of the time, but when you do, it's like wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the box set of that.
I still have my box for Avatar, which is cool. I like it. My Duck Dynasty box. Holy shit, the thing is huge.
Oh yeah, I seen one for the Twilight Zone, and yeah, it's just a giant plastic book. The only type of other ones I seen like that were for MASH. I think I only watched like 3 episodes of that. I have no idea when or where, but it seemed alright. Just like old wartime sitcom.
Yeah. Damn, that thing looks cool. Trying to think of other creepy things that have ever happened.
Well, speaking of like
Oh.
shit that you shouldn't mess with, I was at Dickhead's house one time, his dad's house,
Mm-hmm.
and he brought out like a fucking Ouija board.
No, I would never. I would like get that fucking thing away from me.
I didn't touch the damn thing. He just had like a candle, and I think either he had his like fingertips on it, or it was just sitting there. I was just staring at the fucking candle the whole time. Yeah, I was creeping him out because I wasn't fucking blinking.
That sounds like you.
Well, yeah, if you just stare at a wall or like a corner or something enough, everything around you just starts to like fade out.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it starts dulling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was freaking him out like that. But he was also talking about like all this astral projection and shit.
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
Yeah, so what he was saying was like he wasn't sure how or what was happening, but he was just like in his room and you could see that he was sleeping. He was just like kind of looking around and it was dark. But when he would look at the window that was in his room, it was just white. Just white outside. I don't think he actually went anywhere. But yeah, that's what he was saying. That he was like, or at least at the time, trying to figure it out and how to do it again. But yeah.
The idea of astral projection is interesting to me, but no way in hell would I do it.
Nah, I kind of want all my soul-y bits to be like in my own fucking body.
I don't want my soul to leave my body. I remember
Especially
hearing
like watching Insidious. No, you want your vessel to be you.
I remember someone telling me how they did astral projection by accident and how they saw something looming over their body when they walked away from their body or walking around the house and they could see their boyfriend was cooking dinner downstairs. When they went back upstairs, there was something looming over the sleeping body. Not long after that they like got in their body or and woke up somehow. I
Because
think...
in Insidious it was deemed like the strongest connection, and the longer you're away from your own vessel, then that connection dwindles. It starts eroding.
I don't know how true it is. I don't want to fucking with that shit.
No, but this is interesting if you suspend your disbelief.
It's fascinating. It truly is. God, I'm fucking with something I'm warned not to do. I ain't going up to the pearly gates and then being scolded by...
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
Yeah, mess around with witchery.
Yeah, I ain't going up to the pearly gates and then St. Peter scolding me, saying, "What the hell is wrong with you? How did you do that? You know better."
Do you think it would be an Old English?
Oh God, I hope so. I just remember
Latin.
one person saying that St. Peter, they can see St. Peter standing at the pearly gates, taking people in, and that's how I see it now. It's just he's standing there and he's like, "I saw what you did. You know it wasn't right, but you still did it. You were fucking with things that you weren't supposed to mess with."
Wasn't that the sequel to Scream?
Was it?
I know what you did last summer.
Oh, yep, I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, I also seen that when I picked up A Cabin in the Woods.
Oh my God, it's 90 fucking gigabytes? What the fuck?
What? The hell is 90 gigs?
Battlefront 2.
Are you just looking at the store page of it?
I own the game. I've had it for a long time now, apparently.
On what?
Steam. I was like, oh, I should play this and record it, and we just talk about it. And I was like, 90 gigs. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, you need upgraded internet for that shit.
I don't think I have a single game with 90 gigs until now.
On Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3 is 60.
Yeah, well, before we unticked like the multiplayer garbage for it.
Yep. As soon as our friend told us about that, that was so good. I was so happy when he said that.
It's like, oh, cool. That saves like, what, another 40 gigs off of that? Ugh. It's so bloated.
I
don't care if it's uncompressed for loading times and direct streaming. I don't care. It's too fucking big.
I don't fuck with Spirit shit.
Only play this shit for fucking zombies anyway.
I know.
I don't want to go back to that. Play some more like modded stuff.
Well, Mitch told. God damn it.
Oh well.
The dude, our friend, told us about I could just call him Eagle since it's easier. Eagle was telling me about.
Mr. Asian,
God.
please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
I'm not. He was telling me about a map that's really fun to play on Black Ops 3. And I did download it for whenever we go back to it.
Okay.
I don't remember what map it was, though. I'm going to look it up right now.
I want to play
Black
Town
Ops.
Remastered more.
That was really great. I liked that a lot.
Yeah, I liked that one the best out of like the original Black Ops 2 one that was split up.
Mm-hmm.
I think the farm location was kinda okay.
The Ultimate Experience Leveling mod is what it is called. I don't know anything about it.
Okay. So, kill zombies, rank up, choose your own skills?
I guess. I don't know. He didn't tell me anything about it. He just said, you should really play this when you download Black Ops 3 next. You will really enjoy it. I said, okay.
Yeah, because I hate the gobblegum system and having to, like...
I never fuck with it.
Pay for the stupid shit to go gamble.
Alright. Oh, my bad. Black Ops 3 is 151 gigabytes.
Yeah, it's fucking massive.
It does not need to be that big.
I don't have it installed, but I'd probably have to be like a half hour to install that bitch.
I'm gonna assume that I have to install all the DLC with it for it to fucking work and not have an aneurysm.
Well, yeah, because the other modes have... Well, the other DLCs have zombie maps on them, so... And it would take assets from those or something. So.
The campaign is 23 gigabytes.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Multiplayer is 10. Zombie... Oh, no, my bad. Multiplayer DLC trial pack is 24 gigabytes.
Yeah, you don't need that.
What the fuck? Absolutely not. Fuck
so
that.
So much bloat.
Awakening DLC, Zombies map, Salvation DLC pack. The Giant. Zombies is 3 gigabytes. But it's still, after removing all that stuff, it's 117 gigabytes.
Yeah, I told you it was fucking big. Bigger than that. Yeah, other game.
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
I don't really need the Zombie Chronicles installed.
No, it's gonna be big. So I just untick the campaign and multiplayer shit. The rest of it, I mean, it's still probably gonna take assets from those. It's kind of like what, Source, and all the Source versions of Steam games.
I'm trying to figure it out. Salvation DLC pack. You might not have to download all this stuff. Just what says a zombie map. A giant, I know that. This doesn't need to go. Eclipse.
I like it better when the zombie story is so much more contained.
I like it better when I know how to do this shit and go through everything. I imagine the awakening is... Actually, let me look at this. What is the awakening? Go through all this shit. One time when I was at work, some lady just passed away. We had to work on her shit and fix up the apartment. So I went up to the door and I could hear somebody inside, and I thought it was my coworker. So I tried to open the door and it wouldn't open. I heard someone walking in there. I heard them walking from the kitchen to the bedroom. I kept hearing them walk around. I was like, okay, the only logical explanation. My coworker's in there and he's working.
Yeah.
So the door went open, which is not abnormal. He usually locks the door when he's in there. So I unlocked the door. All the lights are off. It's pretty abnormal. He usually works with the power on, even when he's working on the fucking power. It's really dumb. And I'm walking around. Problem is, there's no one in there. But through the door, I could hear somebody in there and they were walking around. I could hear it.
Maybe that's why all your tenants are crazy.
Yeah, there's ghosts fucking with them all the time.
That, and they already started out like that.
It's just weird. I didn't know what to say to it, so I just like, you know what? Ain't my fucking problem.
You be you.
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
I knocked it down to fucking 96 gigabytes. Why is this game so big?
Again, it's all uncompressed shit, so it's directly streaming from like the file to what you're seeing.
You know, I don't know how much space I have. 326 gigs. Trying to see if there's something I don't need installed right now. Yeah, the D&D party I play with was like, yeah, we ain't playing this week, but if you want, you can join Lethal Company with us. I don't own it, but I guess I'll buy it.
Yeah, I did see that you bought it.
And then all of them piled into a lobby, and it's a 4-person lobby, and there was already 4 people in there, so I was like, I got this for nothing.
Yep, nothing. Unless, get like a group together, but it also means everybody else has to buy it.
Yeah, so I was like, well, this was...
And Gort needs like an actual graphics card.
I was like, oh, this is a waste.
And you need internet to host it.
Fuck you. I'll get Starlight.
Starlink.
Starlink. I'll get... No, I will
My
get...
computer's powered by the light of the moon.
My computer's powered by the light of God.
Well, you won't need internet anymore when you're seeing that.
My coworker wanted to talk about it.
Either be dead or fucking raptured.
My coworker wanted to talk about heaven, and I said this because I just wanted to see what his reaction was gonna be. I was like, I wonder if they'll have like TV, media, and video games in heaven. And then he said, why the hell would you need that up in heaven?
No, there's no earthly possessions.
I was like, just curious.
No, probably well, I don't know.
They scolded me for it. I was like, I just was curious. I'm sorry.
Well, your coworker's an asshole.
Yes, he is.
So,
It's like,
and it's like on and off, like bipolar, emotional, pregnant woman. Like how fast it switches to becoming just a dickhead.
I was just curious. I was like, you know, it would be cool just to be like, hey,
Mr. Asian,
I have.
please refer to the manual.
We
if you're
play a
having
video
Any
game
difficulty calibrating the equipment?
in heaven. I doubt he'd be very happy about horror games, but you never know.
No, yeah, I
did-
bet you it's just what Paradise was. Ugh. Like, just how it was before the fall. Kinda.
I imagine what it would be like is just this bright, beautiful city. I doubt there would ever be a night, but it would be beautiful to see the stars with it. This vast, large city, but with still greenery and things growing, and it's just everything looks nice. It's clean. It's got all these just this amazing feeling to it. With buildings, like people just living in them. No one's stressing. No one's rushing. No one's needing to run anywhere. Everyone's happy. Although I doubt you'll sleep in heaven.
Yeah, it's still pretty nice to sleep.
It is pretty great to sleep. I doubt you'll eat in heaven, but you never know.
Well, Adam ate.
Well, Adam ate when they shouldn't have ate, so.
No, that was Eve being fucking swindled.
Oh, my bad.
And then making Adam lie. Or Adam just lying because of what he ate.
Thanks, Adam, for not telling the truth. Yeah, no, I shouldn't say that. Jerk. We're just about forgiveness, so. Just the problem of man. I don't know. I doubt I'm gonna be allowed to have a seasoned steak dinner in heaven, but you never know.
Why not?
No. What do you imagine heaven's like?
Again, just how it was before the fall.
I don't know what that is. I'm very.
Well, it'd just be like pretty much a prairie.
I don't know what that is either.
You don't know what a prairie is?
Mr. Asian,
No.
please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
I don't even know how to look that up.
No, it's like a very cultured natural grassland. Well, with like trees, shrubs around. Bunch of like meadow flowers. And then just animals. I don't know.
I see my dogs and my cat up there. As like one of the very few things is I know family will be up there, but I really want to see my dog, both my dogs, and obviously my cat.
And then they don't get along.
I know. Damn it. I know my dog and my cat do right now. I don't know about my older dog. She was a great dog. She was never really around too many animals when she was alive. So, she was never around cats either. Just a beautiful log cabin up in heaven. Lush greenery.
Yeah, no, just a bunch of wildflowers. Some pine trees.
I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. Like how I'm envisioning this beautiful landscape. It's kind of like going off of, this sounds so stupid when I'm putting it into words. It's kind of going off of an anime that I watched a while back.
Well, it's more about the visuals and less about the actual it being in the anime.
Yeah. Trying to find a good picture of it right now. It's like kind of, I wouldn't want to say apartments or condos, but that's kind of how it's like going in my mind. Envisioning is on the like lush greenery coming down from everyone's apartment, like plants that they're taking care of. It's yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking of all those like early European homes.
That's
they had that like
I'm,
plaster-like material on the outside with
like
the visible wood structures.
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual
no.
if you're having any difficulty.
No, those just look like Mexican houses. No, like medieval, early European homes. That and Roman type buildings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because not only is it fucking awesome, but it's the time when Christianity was at its strongest, too. Back when it actually had bite.
So we're not allowed to bring our earthly possessions up with us. I know that. Nope. Are we allowed to have? Huh?
Including clothes.
So. Am I allowed to have a robe?
Well, there was no shame, and then well, they already had free will, but no, it was having a conscience of oneself.
You're gonna tell me I have to get comfortable? Well, I imagine all emotion, and no, I shouldn't put it like that. It's all negative.
There was no shame.
Emotions.
There was no guilt.
Yeah.
No shame. No shame, guilt. No conscience of oneself like that.
Man, poor God. It's just a bunch of old people. Or would it be... Would you be able to revert yourself back to your prime?
I don't know.
Or it would be like a view of one's person is how you perceive them. Is how they would look in heaven.
No idea.
I don't know.
Especially all the unborn that were left aside.
Poor fucking people, man. Kids don't deserve such a horrible fate. I'm proud my sister did not get an abortion. She didn't talk about it doing that, but
It's so common. It's so
right.
like pushed. That's so extraordinarily pushed on women to do.
I know. I'm proud of her for not.
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
I'm proud of her for not doing that.
And it's really only on the West.
It is. It's horrible. I don't know. It's gonna be weird. Because I remember my parents once explained it to me as, if you died, you would see God before you, but you'd also see, like, the devil behind you. And, like, you'd have to, like, accept God to be allowed into heaven. Because I was a child, so I probably am remembering this wrong, or I perceived it the wrong way.
Well, even with the Egyptians, if your heart weighs more than a feather, then that's the weight of like your sins and as well as like your guilt in life, and then you wouldn't be accepted into whatever the afterlife was there. But yeah, instead of oh, what the fuck was his name? It's like Abzu, no,
Oh,
Anubis, duh. Instead of being judged by Anubis, you're being judged by well, the Lord. So instead of your heart, just your soul.
my coworker was telling me how he believes there's like hell, purgatory, and then like heaven. And like in purgatory, it's like a re-education kind of thing.
I don't know about that.
It's
If anything, that's where you get all your ghost stories.
okay. No, the purgatory was more of a burn the sin off of you. Like people with tattoos that would go into purgatory and they would have the tattoos burned off of them.
Oh man, it's gonna suck when they gotta like burn off some eye tattoos.
Oh my god, those poor people. But
Oh,
they
those
did that to
poor
themselves.
idiots. Yeah. Especially the like prison, like the extremely few prison people who have actual eyeball tattoos. Just yank those right out.
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual.
That
if
one
you're
was
having
weird.
Any difficulty calibrating?
Yeah, it's much more like a gunshot.
No, that one was more of like audio just kind of weirdly peaked.
I did see that, yeah.
That was really weird.
Yeah,
He's
hit
getting
negative
annoyed.
5 on the right side.
He's just getting annoyed at you. So there's the series that like I've watched, and I don't want to say it romanticizes hell, but it kind of does in a way.
Oh, fucking everything does, really.
It's like, oh, hell is just this big place full of sex, greed, money, and all this. I'm like, so
I'll play through Dante's Inferno. It ain't fucking like that.
No, everyone is in pain and in suffering, in eternal torture, and like, there's
Internal
other
torment. That's what it's
Yeah.
for.
But this show makes it seem like it's exactly like this today.
Yeah, they
This
make
is
it
what they
seem like California, but like 1,000 times worse somehow.
Yeah, it makes it seem like that, but there's drugs and people walking around, jobs and shit, and money, greed, sex. It's like,
No, everybody is Prometheus there. Everybody is experiencing that.
that's another question. Does one still embrace their lover in heaven?
Yeah. Yeah, from two become one.
You know I mean sex, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't sure because isn't it the sin of lust or no?
No.
There's the
No.
sin of lust basically.
No, sin of lust is what, like, again, what you find in California, where it's just hedonism. It's just promiscuity. It's just being a whore. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just that. No, but, like, well, that is for creating life. It's like, yeah, sure, your souls now. But that was the original goal of it. So.
What if someone doesn't want to spend eternity with you in heaven after you party? Is there dating areas? Is there bars in heaven you can meet with women? Now that would be weird. Bars in heaven?
I mean, I don't go to bars now, so.
I do. I go to bars occasionally. Some bars make really great food.
Please refer
Yeah,
to the
bar food
manual
is
if you're
really
having
good.
any difficulty
Our food is really
calibrating
good.
the equipment.
Sometimes it's better than most of the restaurants I've been to. I've paid a lot of money at some
Yeah, 'cause they
restaurants.
specialize in something.
Yeah, they're just mediocre at best. Like, steakhouses are terrible at fucking making food. I swear to God. They've always fucked up my orders.
I don't know how people fuck up orders constantly.
They fucked up my order today at Culver's. I asked for 1 burger and a fry and 2 large drinks. I got 2 burgers, 2 fries. And both of them had lettuce, ketchup, and tomato. And mayo.
Ah.
So I scraped off all the lettuce, tomato.
It doesn't
mayo.
matter. It doesn't matter. The wetness, the liquids, the flavors, it's all tainted.
I know it is, but I was just like, I don't like this shit. And there's like, it's a double, so I was like, there's still tastes. I didn't taste any of the mayo really. I tasted a little bit of the lettuce that was left inside the
Mayo
cheese.
doesn't really have a taste, but it's still wrong.
It's weird.
It's just wrong.
That just reminded me of videos. And spot the spot the person
Training.
in this crowd that eats it's shit, KFC serves it. I can't remember what it's called. It's like it's like refrigerated lettuce and other shit in it. It's always cold and wet.
Coleslaw?
Coleslaw. Spot the coleslaw eater in this crowd. They're among us, and they will all burn in hell.
I was like, you may not be able to see them, but they are among us. Yeah, yeah, you showed me that one.
It was so funny. So coleslaw's not in heaven. You can only get that in hell, and you ain't coming back to heaven after you eat coleslaw. A coworker was a female one that's really nice to me. She was telling me how
Probably
she's
the only person that's nice to you.
I know. She was telling me how much she's afraid to die today.
Any
I'm afraid
particular
of-
reason?
I don't know. She just started confiding me, and she was like, I'm just so afraid of one day just dying. I'm like, I looked at her, and she was in shock when I said this. I said, I'm not afraid to die. It's just part of life. There's nothing you can do about it.
Mr. Asian,
Just
please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
I mean, it's inevitable.
it is inevitable. It's not like live your best life. Make it like the best you can on this earth.
No,
Make
because
it
then you turn
fulfilling.
into the like them dumb white girls that worship rocks.
I ain't gonna worship it. I was talking about like wandering and appreciating the earth that God has given us, and appreciating the free will He's given us, and appreciating everything that's around us, even when it's bureaucratic, political bullshit. That this world still has just such beauty in it.
Yeah, but then it's the unelected bureaucrats. They just want to make life harder for everybody for no fucking reason that destroys it all.
Well, when they get to the gates, they had to explain it to Peter.
Oh, hey, you can't drill oil because that'll damage the environment. But yeah, let's cut down like several hundred thousands of acres for fucking glass, and also let's terraform it and ruin all of the ecosystems that are there for glass that nobody will clean.
I always hear people talking about shoving a shit ton of solar panels into the Sahara Desert.
They would immediately get scratched up.
It's
Become
not
inefficient.
only that, it's also, I was like reading about why that is a horrible idea. The forest that is across the ocean from the Sahara actually thrives on the sand from the Sahara that is blown over through the winds and all that and the storms that
Yeah, again,
go
you'd have
over
to
there.
terraform any area that has that much stupid government bullshit. And you have to
It's
carve out massive canyons worth of material to get all the super precious metals that are there. That are
right.
needed to make all that shit work. Very inefficiently for how much energy it takes to fucking make it.
Solar panels are great on a small scale, but a whole ass city? Fuck no.
No, you'd have to have like a giant ocean battery.
Right? You really would.
You would have to have a battery like the size of the fucking country that it's for.
That I love that plant idea that's
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual if you're
he just
having
loves
any
like
difficulty
trying
calibrating the
to tell you to work. I love that ocean generator or no ocean river generator that's in The Last of Us and Days Gone.
hydroelectric.
Yep.
But again, it
Gotcha.
does take away energy.
But it's a fascinating way of
Yeah, if you can do it, it's great.
yeah, it's just fascinating the way of doing it. Although I really hate terraforming and destroying.
Yeah, because it comes from the same like eco terrorists.
Mm.
That you want to save the planet? Well, let's bring you back to the fucking Stone Age, and not do anything. It's a waste of trillions of dollars.
This is a stupid ass question, but do you think
And
I'm
like
allowed to have? Are we allowed to have a gun range in heaven? He just lets us shoot all the guns that has ever existed in mankind's history.
I don't know. John Browning's in fucking heaven.
My cat has come to say hello.
Oh yeah, Miyako's sleeping on the couch. Dude, before all this started, like I tucked him in. He's probably still sleeping.
God, Luna, you... Damn it. You poor cat, you have to deal with me for eternity in heaven. To deal with my eternal bullshit. There, go on.
I
Yes.
kind of want to get him a kitten.
Uh-oh, my cat is now staring at my cursor.
Hmm.
It's on my at least dark monitor, the grayed out one, so I don't care if she whacks it.
The Dell.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of want to give him a kitten. Because, he's kind of getting to the same age that Misty was when she got him.
I still really want to know more about that drug I was hearing about that'll make the cat's lifespan 15 years longer.
I don't know if they'd like that.
Who?
I don't know if the cats would like that. Because their body would still wear down. They're not designed naturally to live that long.
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
Is selfishness a sin?
Yes.
So then it would be pretty selfish to make an animal
Genetically alter one to live longer. But it also, I mean, doing some weird cosmetic shit, like, it's just like, well, that's just cat breeding, actually. But, I don't know, shit like
just
pugs.
try to bite my monitor.
Shit like pugs, that's just morally reprehensible.
Yeah, those dogs can't even breathe out of their own nose.
Pugs from like 100 years ago, they're just really small dogs. Ones today shouldn't exist anymore. They should stop breeding them fucking dogs.
There was a video that popped up on my phone about a lady that let her corgi and her German Shepherd breed, and it looks so.
Those are just too distant. How does it work?
I don't know, but the
Need
male
a
dog was
stool?
the corgi. The female
Yeah,
was the
exactly. You
shepherd.
need a stool.
I don't know, but the dog does not look like it's in good shape, and my cat is still trying to bite the monitor. Every time the cursor stops, she just tries to nab at it. She's dragging her paw on my monitor. It's
Yeah,
so
and
cute.
it's leaving a wake behind it.
It is. It's so great.
Yeah.
I think that was a fun hour-long intermission.
But yeah, like test tube baby shit, that's fucked up. That like homunculus type shit, go kill yourself.
I want to do anything against the way God intended. Of course, I've sinned in my lifetime. Everyone has one way or another sinned. No one's perfect.
Yeah, but it's
Like,
also not a reason to just like, well, I did that. Might as well
keep going. Like the sin of lust.
just bring it to the extreme.
Like the sin of lust. I've fallen victim to it when I shouldn't say that. I did that when I was younger. Today I don't have any intentions to, today I don't want to have any intentions to pour my ass out to
Mr. Asian,
a bunch of women.
please refer to the manual if you're having any
Right,
difficulty calibrating the equipment.
Because all that's gonna leave you with is less money and probably some federal cases over your head. Because women have all the power.
Long scolding from whoever's at the gate. You did this, you did this. You just sinned a lot. You were warned. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but like every young person has a natural rebellion to authority. So
yeah, my current natural rebellion is not wearing my seatbelt as a FU to the government, even though I should really wear my seatbelt.
no, that's just stupid.
What I'm doing? Or the
Not having a
seatbelt?
seatbelt? Yeah.
Fuck you.
No, fuck the government. Oh.
No,
Assholes don't care about you.
I'm just really forgetful too, so it's a part of that as well. I sometimes just like.
What do you forget? It's dinging constantly.
I just kind of zone out when I'm driving. I don't pay attention.
Stupid.
I just pay so much focus.
Maybe
on
I
the
should
road.
buy that extremely autistic bumper sticker for you.
When I'm leaving work, I just want to go home. I just want to leave. I don't want to sit there any longer than I have to, because it just gives an opportunity for someone to come up to my truck and try and talk to me. I just don't give another second. I'm just like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Just install some blinds in your car.
That would be great.
Some actual blinds. Or one of those like pull shutters that you just like secure with a hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be so much better than like those foil things you press out like on the inside of your windshield. Nah, just install like a little tiny like command hook and then just go zzz, hook it on and it's like, okay, that was done.
Hey, at least I'm not the retard that flipped their fucking car on the side of a ramp because they had a concussion.
Yes.
I am not dumb enough to fucking drive a car while I'm having a concussion. I understand. You shouldn't drive when you're pissed off. You shouldn't drive when you're fucking tired. You shouldn't drive when you have a fucking concussion.
I think I'm like actively getting madder at driving.
Mr. Asian, Please
I
refer to the
mean,
manual if you're
it's
having
just
any
natural
difficulty
with how
calibrating
horrible
the
people
equipment.
are driving these days here.
No,
It just gets
I
worse.
speed up real fast going off of an on ramp, or like while on an on ramp onto the freeway. I speed the fuck up because you got to catch up to traffic, and traffic's moving should be moving faster than the posted speed, right? So I do that. I'm hitting like 55 going to the like 60. All the cars pass, right? I don't see anybody behind me. One fucking dickhead. One massive retard. It's just like looking straight ahead, and I have to hit my brakes to not sideswipe the fucking asshole going on. There's nobody behind him either. There's a ton of space in front of him. But no, he's just gonna keep up the exact same speed with me. Should have pit maneuvered his ass. Ruined his whole fucking day.
It honestly, you're supposed to speed as soon as you get on the ramp. As
Yeah,
soon as it's
exactly.
got, like a clear enough opening to start going straight, that's when you start speeding.
No, you make like the one turn to like get off of the road onto the on ramp, and then you almost floor it.
Yeah. It depends. Sometimes when it's that curve, I don't start speeding just yet.
Yeah,
That
it could be like
curve.
an elongated like curve onto the freeway, or it could just be like one corner, and then you're pretty much just going straight. So
There was that exit and entrance that you and Garrett went on. That was extremely short. I could not imagine trying to get up to speed on the exit.
yeah, you had to like slam on your brakes and also like whip the wheel so we didn't like fly off the off ramp.
It is a really, really short exit. As soon as you're like,
It did have a
get in the
ton of
lane,
cones too, that made it look like it just wasn't there.
yeah, it was. It's a horribly designed ramp. If that's like some of the things that the government funds should be used for, is fixing stupid shit like that.
Yeah, instead of being pocketed,
Literally. Yeah.
laundered,
Because I bet you someone has
used for
definitely
foreign influence.
has had a unfortunate accident on that road because of how short that exit really is. I'm sure someone has plowed right through something. There is even a river right there, so I'm
Mr. Asian,
did
please
it
refer to the
again.
manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating.
It's kind of
the
random.
It is. It's really weird. There's also a bit of water, like a river there, so if they just couldn't control their vehicle on that short exit, they could go right into that river.
Sleeping with the crawdads.
Yeah, speaking of that river, there's that restaurant there. I wonder if they'll let you, if they give a shit if you fish while you wait for your food.
Well, it does have a pier.
I know, that's why I'm wondering. Their food wasn't bad at all. I liked it.
No, there's
No, it
just
was-
probably like a lot of angry people.
Though it was pretty awkward sitting next to two biker gangs.
Yeah,
I didn't mind it. It just felt really weird.
no, because like so many of them are just like felons.
I try not to judge a book by its cover too much.
Yeah, well, if you don't judge at all, then you're retarded.
I didn't say that. I said I try not to. Bikers, I try not to judge too much. Other people, like extreme
It's like,
leftoids,
whoa, he looks
them I
like a
judge.
crackhead, and he's asking me for money. So
Oh, we did have that crackhead stop us. We had to go pick up dinner once. I did not hear a word he said to either of us.
show him the cat. He just walks off.
Basically, I thought it was a fun intermission talking about Christ and horror stories.
Yeah, it's getting well. Yeah, it's past like 1:40.
I know,
So-
and I have work in the morning.
Yeah, so
That's fun. It's too bad we didn't get around to chapter 2.
yeah, I don't know. Just sit down and talk.
Yeah. Well, it would be nice to that same thing when we were talking about the horror stories and campfire. That would be nice to talk about, like,
Yeah, I was just thinking of that. Like, yeah.
just talking about like Christ and all that while we're sitting there at the fire. And I really don't get to talk about Christianity a whole lot. So there's stuff like
Still been reading that book. Have you read your 5 pages today?
I haven't gotten around to reading it, so I've been
Oh yeah,
trying...
you've been fucking passed out.
I was sleeping like shit so much, and it's like
Eat that peanut butter.
I'm going to tonight. I just haven't slept well, and it feels like I'm not sleeping well. But I wake up in the morning and I feel rested, but I felt like I didn't sleep.
It's like a half hour later.
Please refer to the manual.
No, even like the whole day, I'm just like,
calibrating the equipment.
I feel like I slept well, and I'm awake, but it's like I felt like I didn't sleep at all.
There was a few times where you just blink and a couple hours go by.
Yeah, that is really weird sometimes.
I actively witnessed it like the first time I had that. It was fucking creepy because it was like 7 something, almost 7:30. I blinked. I was still looking at the fucking clock. It was like 9:40. Like, what the fuck just happened? It just went like catatonic.
I remember I fell asleep once in my bedroom for like a nap, and I woke, or this was kind of a weird thing. I was, being young. I don't really remember what my decision was, but I know I fell asleep in my bed. I know I didn't at the time. I did not like sleeping like on the couch and like sleeping like just anywhere.
You just had your one spot.
Yeah. But when I woke up, it was late, and I was in the basement on the couch. I didn't have anything on me other than the clothes on my back.
Okay.
I had no blanket, I had no pillow, nothing. I was just on the couch.
Like face up on your back?
Yeah. I was like, how the fuck
You
did I get
slept
down
walk.
here? That's never ever happened again. My parents have never brought up to me that I've walked around the house sleepwalking. And I've like cameras around the house and they're on at night. So it's like, it's not like I'm getting up in the middle of the night. So it's just like this one thing happened and it's just so confusing to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird that like when something like that happened to me, I was just like I was still in the exact same position. Like
You're sitting in a
everything I
chair?
blinked. I was just sitting on the couch. Yeah, I sat on the couch, I just head pointed toward the stereo clock. Blinked and it was like, yeah, it went from like almost 7:30 to like 9:40. I was still in the exact same fucking spot. It's
That's
like
creepy.
yeah, it's just like like watching a video or something, and then just like skipping, like hours go by.
Mr. Asian, please refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
I have many different
Absolutely. Well, there was no memory. It was just like it went from that time to the other time in literally a blink. I don't know what happened.
It's creepy.
I think it may have happened like one other time too, but it wasn't as noticeable like that. Not nearly as like evident.
I've had those, but they were in my bed, so I don't feel like they count.
No, because I wasn't even tired. I wasn't tired. I wasn't sleepy. I wasn't even in like a position to fucking sleep.
Right.
It was just like, it was dark, past like almost 7:30, but yeah, just that like like a little over 2 hours of time just got fucking deleted.
Life was just fucking weird, man.
The fuck? How
That
was
was
that?
my controller.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
What?
just like yelling into the void.
Why, God? Why? No, I was putting my controller back in its case, zipping it up. I gotta go to bed. I got work in the morning. Thankfully, tomorrow is
1:50
Thursday. I gotta piss. I need to get some peanut butter and
now. Yep. Yeah, I want to know how that turned out.
peanut butter or the piss.
The peanut butter, motherfucker. I don't care about your dick.
That's not what I said. I said the piss. Say anything about my dick. How did your pee go? It went well, thanks. No blood, thankfully.
No blood, no spillage.
None on the toilet seat. Some people at my work do that. They're too lazy to lift up the fucking toilet seat. So
As
sometimes
well
I
as the
go
other
in there.
people fucking shotgun blasting shit all over the seat.
Hate that damn asshole.
Just
So
blow his brains
much.
out. God damn.
Dude, he got pissed off at us because we chopped down the tree at my work, and he's like went around screaming to everybody it was a Republican conspiracy that we cut down the tree. I'm like, we have to move the generator by law. It can't be where it used to be. It has to be there now.
Mr. Asian,
Where the tree used
please
to be.
refer to the manual if you're having any difficulty calibrating the equipment.
It's not even a conspiracy. It's literally the fucking Democratic. So he's all pissy about it, and he's throwing fits all the time now. And he broke our toilet paper dispenser in the same bathroom they'd been shotgun blasting in. That was great. And then he got all mad about something in the bathroom. I don't fucking know what. And threw the fucking toilet paper roll at the wall. Fuck is your problem?
I don't know how you can just be that unstable.
They're just terrible. He's leaving. Actually, he's going into a assisted living.
Earth.
He's going into assisted living now, so I don't have to put up with him anymore.
Me handcuffed to a fucking stretcher bed.
According to my coworker, he used to live in a different apartment complex at his old work, and he used to let whores and hookers into the building because it was
and
cold
just steal
outside.
shit.
No, because it was cold outside, so
You're
he let
not
them
a
inside.
fucking possum. Who the hell cares? These possums don't have fucking disease. Jeez.
Oh,
Bring
it's
in a
funny.
walking plague.
I have to go to bed.
Yeah, I know. It just keeps extending by ever more few minutes.
Yeah, and then you have your class tomorrow, unless it cancels.
Yeah, I have no idea. Because, reasons. So. And it's not even like, well, I don't know. She said her mom's like dying in a hospital, which, and she was trying to find somebody else to like fill in for the rest of the class dates, but she couldn't because there is nobody.
So
So
your cast is on pause right now, ain't it?
no, she's
Oh.
trying to stick it through. Well, she also works like right after the fucking class, so we've been leaving early like every time. But I did pass my last test, and all we have left is a practical.
Mm.
So, but I don't know. Let me try and like more stuff from my dad's house. You
Mr.
know,
Asian,
so
please refer to the
You
manual
saying that
if
just
you're having
reminded me of
any
something
difficulty calibrating
in
the
CMA. A girl
you
was
sure you want to
telling
go on for another 5 minutes, or you gotta go back?
it's not gonna be just this girl was telling me how she believed heaven was gonna be a school.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
That's
A
what I
public
said.
school?
That's what I said too. I said that sounds fucking awful.
There's something nostalgic about old problems.
Yeah, there is.
Old situations they used to be in. It's just like, man, that shit was like hell going through, but being an adult.
Man, I would have rather have dealt with all those petty assholes at public school than the shit that I'm dealing with today.
And the thing is, they're exactly the same. A lot of those people just don't change.
Exactly. I don't.
And that's why most of the people that my dad grew up with in school are dead. Either through crime or through drugs. Like, a really good portion of them are just dead.
I wonder what happened to that dick that threw a stick in my eye.
Did he ride bikes a lot?
To me?
Did the kid?
Oh, I don't know.
Alright.
He threw a fucking stick in my eye. Shit. Another kid hit me in the face with a cast. I should have kicked his teeth in.
And with that, I will let you go to bed.
It's a violent last thought. I should have kicked his fucking teeth in.
Make him drink his own blood.
No, he'll drink the fucking shit water out of the sewer. Push him down into the water.
Okay. I'm sure. Yeah, well, you'll be able to live those through with incredible fidelity with that peanut butter that you will eat before going to bed.
Hopefully, it's no astral projection while being high as a motherfucker.
No, it just has enough tryptophan, like natural tryptophan in it, to like make your dreams all fucking wacky.
I wonder if you can get the same effect by eating a bunch of almonds.
Almonds, turkey has that shit. I don't know about the concentration, but in fact, the site I was looking at didn't even have fucking peanuts on it. Like,
I heard almonds are really great for you.
Mr. Asian,
I fucking hate almonds.
please refer to the manual if you're having
I mean, I like
difficulty
them
calibrating
salted.
the equipment.
Honey salted peanuts are great.
Yeah.
Walnuts or not walnuts. Fucking almonds are just dry and they just clog up your throat.
I know, all the almonds I've ever
Chunks.
had, they were dry.
I don't even like the taste of them either. They just suck.
I like just eating them with salt, and I know it's apparently really great for your system, so that's why I eat them. I don't mind the taste too much. As long as there's a little bit of salt on it, I'm fine with it.
I don't know, I was mixing hazelnuts with brown sugar and honey.
Maybe I'm getting them wrong. None am I thinking about?
Almonds are the like raindrop shaped ones with lines
Yep,
on
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I like those ones. Actually, that's not what I'm thinking of. These were the ones I'm thinking of had a bit more of a point to it. Oh, no, this is it. The first picture I saw just didn't look right. I'm heading to bed before I tell more stories.
Yes, because it's almost 2 now.
That's fine. I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna wake up and I'm like, why the fuck do I feel awake again?
No, you're gonna feel completely different in the morning.
I hope so. I used to keep a jar of peanut butter just for myself.
Yeah, maybe just like several spoonfuls.
What I used to do before bed is a spoonful of peanut butter. It was my jar, so I didn't ruin my eat out of the one that my parents use.
Go to bed.
Okay. Good night, man.
Now! Night.
Night, man.
Again, night.